I think we have enough people and we can start. So thank you all for joining today's Falco Community Call. So please remember a couple of things. First of all, that Falco is a CNCF project. So the CNCF Code of Conduct applies, which essentially boils down to try and be super nice to everyone. And also this call is recorded, and the weekly recordings end up on YouTube when they are updated, and you can find them on the Falco website. Of course, if you don't want to appear on YouTube, you can just switch off your webcam. Now I'm going to start with, there's not a lot in the agenda. And first of all, you might be wondering why the maybe some people that are new might be wondering why the Falco Community Call HackMD meeting that I will be going to share right now on the screen is actually empty. So is there, I think it's starting to share it. It should be working. Yes, there we go. So you might be wondering why this is empty, and if you've been around, you know, but if you don't, it's because every time we have a new release, minor release of Falco, such as the one that we just had, we are removing all the previous notes from this, and you can actually find all the archive in the community repo on GitHub. So that's going to be github.com, Falco Security, Community, and now I think it's either on a PR. No, obviously, since Federico is involved, everything has already been done very quickly. So you can find the previous notes here in case you wanted to review them. And we have one big weekly highlight. I would like to let Federico tell us about it, but I know his internet connection is not great, so let's try. And if we cannot hear you well, we'll still go over your points. Fede, the floor is yours.
That's right. Thank you, Luca. So as you might have noticed, today we released Falco 0.35. I left here a couple of links. We got a very nice YouTube video overview on the Falco release. Thank you, Mike, for doing that. It's beautiful. But what are the main things that we provide with the Falco release? Basically, the first of all is the fact that modern VPF is now out of experimental state. Basically, it has all the features, feature parity with other drivers, so it is out of the experimental status. Moreover, we worked on the adaptive syscalls detection for Falco, so that now Falco is able to basically tailoring the captured syscalls based on the rules, on the provider rule set, so that it will just catch syscalls needed from the rule set plus a small set of statically enabled syscalls for the libsyn state parsing magic, basically. We also have a new Falco feature that Melissa really worked on that, are the Falco metrics. That is basically a Prometheus-like matrix for Falco. I cannot say much more because I wasn't involved in this. But we got something on which Luca worked on a lot. That is the Falco images seen through cosine. I will leave this for you, Luca, if you want.
Yeah, sure. We had a working group that is the supply chain security working group that everyone is welcome to join if you're interested. And we have been doing work into signing everything that is part of the Falco organization. And we have a ton more things in the pipeline. In this release, we have signed everything that we have just released. So that's quite obvious. You can run this command and just verify that everything is cool. And I think this would be very nice also for people that use the Falco image, even not from the original Falco repositories, because use the cosine copy command. If you want to copy that image in your own repositories, you can copy the signature as well, and you can verify that in your infrastructure you are running the the latest version of Falco that comes from us, even if that infrastructure is separate from the Docker Hub, or it's even a gap or something like that. So I think this is really cool. If you want to learn more, you can go on the Cosine website, or you can come to the supply chain working group. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we got huge, big improvements on the plugin SDK. Again, to you, Jason.
Yeah, the big news is that since I think 2022, when we first released the plugins, people started asking why does do not this thing work with system calls. So that's the biggest improvement. So nowadays we are able through the API to create plugins that both generate and extract fields from system calls. This probably will be a big feature opener. There are if you open one of those issues in your free time, you're going to find plenty of discussions either on Slack or on GitHub issues for people basically proposing new use cases based on this. So, I'm positive on this. The plugin SDKs still are a bit behind. So both the C++ and the SDK Go do not support this yet, but the API do. So I'm working with other contributors as well to make this better, but the API is in place. Same thing for state management. A lot of people asked in the past for plugins to being able to both maintain internal state and also access all the state that libsysp already provides, such as all the information about threads. There's an API in place for that as well. So you're going to be able to create plugins that, for example, extract fields from system calls and also use thread information to extract fields. At the same time, you can also create plugins just like before, but they now have stateful capabilities. Documentation for this is on the website already. Work on the SDKs will come soon. So yeah, do not expect new features in the SDKs as is for in the current state, but things are going to happen in the future. Only action item for people updating is that all these changes require the API for the plugins to change in major version, which means that all the plugins that we published up until now are not compatible with the latest Falco, and all the plugins that we're going to release from now on will not be compatible with older Falcos. So this just means that if you update Falco, you also need to update the plugins and conversely. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, Jason. I love this. I really love these new APIs, and I wouldn't have been able to design it as well as they are. So if you're interested, please go and look for them. And also, thanks for mentioning the breaking change, because it's pretty massive. If you're using plugins and the plugins released by the Falco organization, you will have to update them. There's no. It's not an option. You will have to update them. We have updated version for everything. And also, if you're building your own plugin and you want to use it with Falco 035, you have to update that too.
Yeah, the last point is that we worked hard. Well, Max and Sam will work hard on revamping the Steam Prep. Basically, they worked on every area of the Steam Prep to improve the reliability and efficiency of the cluster. They were also able to add the Grafana dashboards to the cluster, so you can find the link here on the Falco blog post. And that's it. Also, let me state this, that the drivers shipped with this version of Falco are already compatible with the Linux 6.4 that is going to be released in 3 weeks, I guess. So this is small, but I think it's big because it means we are future proof for the next 3 months, let's say.
That is awesome. We are extremely fast, even at supporting new kernel versions that are changing all the time. We are faster, definitely faster than people are at adopting these kernel versions, unless you use Arch Linux, probably. Thank you so much, Fede. And I see that we don't have any other items in the agenda. So does anyone have any questions or any other items to add today?
I do want to talk about like the Falco tour. So basically, you were sharing, if you just go to like Falco Community events.
Where should I go? Which
if you just go back to Falco and you just go to the the Falco website.
Sorry, something is like my laptop is acting up a little bit. There we go.
If you go to community and events. Oh, yeah, basically what we're doing is we really want to get Falco out there, people using, people engaging, and especially people contributing back to the project. So we're going to go to more than 30 different cities, and the idea is to run a workshop and have a network after the workshop. We are reaching out like a lot of different cities, and we would love community to engage. So if you see any of those cities you are there, or if you know someone that it is, let them know, come join us. And more than that, we actually would love people to come and teach with us as well. The content is more of an introduction to cloud native security and Falco. I can definitely show you the content if you're interested. So if you want to deliver, get experience like in running those workshops or just contribute with content, we would be happy to. We really wanted to get things out before the summer break. That's why we didn't engage through like GitHub, or we didn't do any communication before. But after the summer, we are definitely going to have like a lot of different cities as well. We're going to add them. And at that point, hopefully we'll have more engagement with the community and really have people like join the different stops that we have.
That is really cool, I think. I would love to travel as much as Falco does, and really there's going to be a lot of cities, and can I come? I would be happy to. Well, anyways.
Yeah, you should. Absolutely. That's what we want. We hopefully you're going to go to Milan and like Italy as well. So
I think
at some point.
I think there's this is really cool, especially for people that know Falco and love Falco, and maybe know some other people that would be interested. Maybe there's a stop in the city around, and this is one of the best ways I think to get up and running with our software, with all our work. So I'm sure that we know someone that would be interested and is around. Thank you so much, Pablo. That's really cool. Anyone else have questions on this or any other items to add today? Doesn't look like it. I don't see new faces. I don't see people that didn't introduce themselves already. I of course shout out to Rohit, who has sent us PRs and sent us his first contributions. We really appreciate it. And
yeah, happy to be here.
Awesome, great job. So if there's no other items in the agenda, we don't have an MC for next time, but you can write it in the channel, or if someone wants to do it, then you can say it in the next 10 seconds. But apart from that, have a great evening or morning or rest of the day from wherever you are. Thank you all, and enjoy the latest Falco release.
Thank you.
Thank you.